After losing everything I own to the 2019 bushfires in Australia, I've rebuilt my life and plan on travelling to every continent with my Africa twin. Join me on this adventure as I rise from the ashes of my former life. So I was just having a chat with some of the council workers here and saying what a lovely little park they keep, and how impressed I am by it, you know, being such a lovely little park. And I said I was seriously tempted to come over here and slide down this slippery slide here. Yeah. And then there's a little boardwalk over here through the Nhill Swamp. Apparently there's not much water in there at the moment, but I thought I might have a look at that. And obviously taking into account that it can get quite sunny and hot out here in Western Victoria as well. It's a pretty big slide. It's a long way down. Whee! Well, there you go. The first two white men to arrive in this area were the explorers Dugald McPherson and Charles F. Belcher, and they set off in 1844 in search of suitable grazing country. And after crossing the Wimmera River, they found traces of the camp of Edward John Eyre, who had earlier discovered and named Lake Hindmarsh, but not being satisfied with the country there, they struck out on a course southwest, passing through virgin forest land of eucalypts, bullocky and pines and box and other native trees. On January the 4th, 1844, they arrived at a red rise, now known as Langtree's Hill, from whence they observed the extensive lagoon, Nhill Swamp, and they proceeded to the northern side of this. They came upon an Aboriginal camp. Which had been made at the base of three large red gum trees, which are still standing here today. And having with them an Aboriginal guide named Davy, he interrogated the natives and learned that the place was called Nhill, which meant the abode of spirits, and that the mists observed over the water in the early mornings were considered to be the spirits of their ancestors. It's like a little hunting blind, you know, where you can set up to watch the deer or whatever you're hunting, except here it's not hunting. It's looking out and looking at nature, looking at all the wonders of nature. There's not much happening out there at the moment though, but that's alright. There's several little peepholes here. It's kind of a cool little structure for that. It's a shame the vandals have got in here and spray painted everything, you know, tagged it all with crap. Well, I suppose it's time to head back to the bike and to get back on the road. Start heading west. So I was just talking with a lovely gentleman, one of the locals walking through here, and he was saying that Nhill, and as I said earlier, Nhill, the name basically means the mist over the waters, which is this area here. And he said that the whole of Nhill is basically in like this little hollow, and you can drive in from either side, and at the right time of year and the right time of day, the whole place is just blanketed in this mist. And sounds absolutely beautiful. And he says sometimes it doesn't lift until about 10 o'clock in the morning. Check this out. It's an outdoor version of Twister with the yellow, blue, red, green dots painted on the cement there, and then spin the little thing. Move your left hand to the red dots. Yeah, that could end up very tangled, couldn't it? There's a couple over here, adults just sliding down the slide. I think that's cool. It's great that adults can get some use out of a kids' park too. Here we go. It's coming down on her face, on her front. That's cool. Anyway, time to hit the road.